Oh, good morning. How are we doing, my lovely little cherubs? It is Monday. It's the start of a fresh new week. How are we? It's me, Calvin from Kwak Talks. You are watching Kwak TV because why watch crap TV when you can watch Kwak TV? I love saying that. Remember, you can share this far and wide from my Facebook page, Kwak Talks, but also you can catch this in my Facebook group, The Duck Pond, YouTube, and LinkedIn, and everywhere else in between. And if you are watching live right now, please do jump into the comments, say good morning, say hello to me before I bring on today's fabulous guest. As we know, every morning normally I go through different days of the year and everything like that, but today is a very important day. Very important day, and I'm doing several social media posts throughout the day within my private Facebook group and on my LinkedIn about today because it is International Women's Day and it's a fabulous event. So before I bring today's guest on, who is an absolute fabulous lady, who to me doesn't scream more like I'm proud to be a woman, like, you know, just saying. So if you are watching, please do jump in the comments because, like I said, it is International Women's Day and it is fabulous. I've got four fabulous women in my life, but I went with the top, like the age-wise, I went with the top three. So I've got my nana, my mum, and my sister, Sarah, and I'm doing little stories about them all day, like I said, on my social media, just to scream, basically, proud and loud about all three of them and how they impacted my life and how they've created the, obviously, fabulous person you've got today. So make sure you go and check out them posts and make sure that you post it yourself. You know, we've all got a woman of some sort, whether it be a celebrity or something along them lines that has impacted our lives, and it's something to absolutely scream about. But on a side note, today there is a lot of award ceremonies going on, and I'm going to give a shout out to the Business Success Network by Stacey Calder, who is Women to Watch, hashtag Women to Watch, and she's got an array of ladies that are up for winning an award on the Women to Watch. So make sure that you do shout at that. Because I've got quite a few of you watching, but yet not one of you said morning to me yet. What are you playing at? That's just plain rude. So before I bring today's guest on, like I said, I normally go through the different days of the year. So today is obviously International Women's Day, like I keep babbling on about, but it is also Peanut Cluster Day. I don't have a clue what that is. It is also Proofreading Day. It's time to look through that website, through that LinkedIn bio, through all of them, and just double check the proofreading, the speller, and the grammar. You know, dot them I's, cross them T's, but make sure that you've actually spelled the word goddamn right. It is also Fill Our Staplers Day. That's actually quite an essential day. Like, when you only use a stapler there, and then how do you know you're not run out of staples? And it's also Feet Week. Look after them feet. To me, that definitely sounds more like something else and not what I'm thinking it should be. Good morning, Mr. Porteous, the Hyperlights community himself, who has got lots of exciting things going on, including magazines and everything else in between. I love it. So today, your trending Twitter hashtags is as follows. Number one is International Women's Day, which is also trending alongside IWD 2021, standing for International Women's Day, and also hashtag Choose to Challenge. March 8th marks International Women's Day, a global day celebrating the social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of women. Please do scream about them. It's so important. It is also hashtag Back to School. People with children. It's the 8th of March. I had school kids walking past my window to the local primary school. I've slept with my window open peacefully for the past year. And this morning I had to do that, as my guest said to me, that shameful walk at 6, 7 o'clock to your window to close it because there was a lot of noise going on. So it's March 8th. How are we feeling? Have the kids gone back? So, you thought I said Veet Week. Well, you know, shake what your mama gave you. Good morning to Kyle. Sorry, Kyle Nichols. I don't know who this is. So whoever's saying this, you are hilarious, obviously. But what you need to do is you need to go to the little bio at the top, click more, click allow StreamYard to let me see your name, or just pop your name in the comments, and then I know it's you. So yes, it is March 8th where children are going back. How fabulous. Oh, it's Dave Skinner, Mr. Skinner, the rat race escapologist himself. That's who that lovely message was from. So then your next trending hashtags are as follows. Hashtag Monday motivation. And it is also hashtag Monday thoughts. And yeah, that's it. Monday motivation and Monday thoughts today, apparently. So we're going with hashtag International Women's Day, hashtag IWD 2021, Hashtag back to school. Hashtag schools reopening UK, because that's trending alongside back to school. Hashtag Monday motivation and hashtag Monday thoughts. Use them as you will. So, part today. Today's guest, who I'm about to bring on, first of all, she's shitting herself. I might as well throw that out there. She's got no reason to. Is a fabulous lady. And the reason, it was just coincidence that she booked on for the show for today. And I really didn't. I was like, oh, yeah, of course I can. That's absolutely fine. And it's International Women's Day. And it's fabulous. And she is quintessentially, like I said, International Women's Day, loud and proud, iconic, cultural, all this shit. She's a mum. She's a recently new business owner, which is fabulous. I'm really building this up for her. Can you tell? She's just kind of sat there all right, get on with it. So without further ado, good morning, Kirsty.
Good morning.
How are you, my lovely?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Have you stopped shitting yourself as much now?
I have now. Calm down. You've done the intro. Yeah, it's fine now.
I love it. Obviously, you've got a little one, but little one I don't think is old enough to go to school yet.
No, she's 8 months old. I have 5 years. In 5 years' time, I will be celebrating with all the other parents to go to school. I'm counting down 5 years.
I like that. Cara's like, that's it. Make her more nervous. I'm like, cheers, Cara. But no, that's so cute. So, Kirsty, just in case people don't know who you are and what you do, obviously, we'll go with KH Services.
Yeah.
Who are you and what do you do?
So I'm Kirsty Hall. I have 2 businesses. As Callum said, this one is a new business, which is KH Services. And my second business is HPL Skills, which more people know me for, because that's been going for 4 years now. So yeah, that's who I am. I do social media management.
What does KH Services do?
Social media management, admin, lead generation, and that's it at the moment.
And all the other bits everyone hates in between, basically.
Yeah, anything that fills in them gaps too.
Yeah, and it's been insane for you because this business, because obviously, and we'll talk about your other business in a second. This business you've only had for what, 5 weeks?
7 weeks.
7 weeks?
7 weeks.
You've already got quite a good amount of retainer clients already, haven't you?
I have 9 clients as of this second, and I've got another 2 calls, which potentially going to lead to more. Yeah.
Oh, that's what we like to hear. So it's bear with me. So good morning, Cara Wood. I'm going to be her shower entertainment this morning.
Good morning, Cara.
Good morning, Mr. Fenton, the activity connector.
Good morning.
Well, lovely. So yes, and it's fabulous. So obviously your other business, it's first aid training, everything like that, isn't it? And like you said, you've been doing that for 4 years. Yeah.
And it's just ticking over. This KH Services has just boomed. I don't have time to do everything at the minute. Time management and me just don't mix. So for me, trying to fit it all in and have an 8-month-old and run a house is a challenge and a half. Let's say that. HPL Skills just ticked. I just got a client and then a client and then a client. Yeah. So yeah, it's
first aid training, etc., isn't it? So it's one of them things, but. I know, because me and you have been in contact now, now we work together, but we've been in contact for quite a while. And I remember you saying, well, what do I do? Because I can't really go in and do first aid training or anything. And it was like, no, wait, you're completely right. So you was doing a little bit of this on the side anyway. You're doing it for a couple of other people, etc. And then you kind of just went, you know what, I'm going to do this for a business. Yeah. You was like, yeah, I'm going to actually do that.
Yeah. I was the mad one that sat there at 3 o'clock in the morning when you can't sleep going, actually, why am I working for people being treated like shit when I could do it myself and be paid more and enjoy it more? So I done it.
Yeah, and you can fit around little one, can't you, which is awesome. You can fit around little one, which is awesome. So, it's just win-win situation.
Yeah. Did we not speak at 1 o'clock in the morning the other day?
Yes, we did. So it's... jokes. I need to sort this sleeping pattern out. But no, so it's like Andrew's saying here, he's talking to you about training at the moment. He may even speak to you about his socials, which is fabulous. This is what the show's for, people. So yes. So Kirsty, what is obviously I know. What's the plans, obviously, with bringing HPL back? Obviously it's not really gone anywhere. It just kind of sat there. Hi, don't forget about me. So I take it that's going to be your plans coming up.
So no, it's just going to keep it ticking over because I love working from home. I love being able to spend time with the little one. and I love being able to fit it in around what I want to do. HPL took over my life, like, because I had to go out to teach people. So I'm still going to got the business, but I'm going to get trainers in to be able to go and do the training work I've got. So I'm growing it, but without me. And like, I'm just going to do the admin side of it, and let other people go out and do all the training. So it's there, but in a different way. I'm going to be doing it rather than all me.
So what got you into like doing your social media and things like that? Because obviously it has boomed, and I know one of the reasons is because you're not mugging people off the prices, you know, hashtag buy hair shit. But it's like you're not mugging people off the prices. So for me, I know that's one of the reasons. But what got you into social media, and why social media? Because I know you've become very passionate about it.
Yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it. Reason being, when I set HPL skills up, I had no idea what to do with my social media. I didn't know what to do at all. So I went to 3 people, and they wanted £400 plus a month to look after my social media. I haven't got that money. Like, I didn't even have a little one back then, and I didn't have the money. So I really didn't have the money now. So I done a lot of online courses. I had a mentor who trained me, and I've just worked my way up. And then started getting an odd client that wanted support, so I supported them, and that I done their social media, which just escalated. So I then realised that actually I do know what I'm doing. Like, the textbooks and the certificates that I've got actually mean something, and it's not just a piece of paper. So then just escalated it, and then took on a couple of clients, and then I worked with a couple of people that gave me a bit more training. I'm working with somebody else at the minute that's booked me onto another course just to escalate my training that a little bit more, to get me to know different things that I don't know now. And yeah, and it's just really has just boomed. Like, and I just so enjoy it that I get a buzz out going to work, even though I work from home. But when I go to work, yeah.
No, I know exactly what you mean. Mr. Quackers finds it funny that sometimes I'll get in bed and I just have that realization sometimes. Like, honestly, it's mad because I live and breathe my business every day. But we're laid in bed, and I'm in my head, I'm thinking about, I've got this tomorrow, I've got that tomorrow, etc. And I'm like, I'm looking forward to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then he looks at me and he's like, you're like that every night. Like, I know, because I'm quintessentially, lucky, because I do every day what I love. It takes a lot for me to have a bad day at work. Yeah. There's only me.
In the last 7 weeks, I've had one bad day, and that was more because I weren't in the mood rather than my job itself, but it just knocked me. But the last 7 weeks, I don't want to go to bed because I want to continue working, because I enjoy what I do. Whereas if I go to bed, it means that I've got to stop and pack away, because should we put in the laptop cord or should we put in paperwork? Yeah, I love having a child. I'm working at home. It's great fun.
We'll sort you an office out. So with it being International Women's Day, by the way, anyone tuning in now, please jump into the comments. If you are watching on replay and you've not done it yet, please put hashtag replay in the comments. But it's International Women's Day.
Yeah.
Any women in your life, or even celebrities or anything that have impacted it, or you look up to, or anything like that?
My mum is my biggest one. Like, literally, if it wasn't for her, I would not be in this seat right now. Like, not just businessly, but personally as well. She's always supported me. And then I've got 2 really good friends that, again, always there for me, always supporting me. If I go, what do I do? Just go, you go, they'll go. And like, they'll always support me in whatever decision I make. So there's 3 really good people. But then, I don't know, every woman, well, not just women, but every person I look up to, because they might be not as high up as me, like in qualifications or in business, but they still give you that advice. Like, and everybody supports each other. Like, you occasionally get the odd idiot that'll go, you, like, the amount of people go, social media's like a crowded environment, don't bother. Okay, good for you. That's what you think. Like, I'm not going to stop doing it. I've got 9 clients, so clearly it's not overcrowded, is it? Put it out there.
No, but do you know what? Because we've just had a question dropped in the comments before I bring that up. Is, for me, and I got asked this the other day, is do I have any friends, or anything like that? Not just family, because, especially today, like I said at the very beginning, I am dropping 3 or 4 posts today about the main women in my life. And there's 2 that I haven't, because I just went with family. But it's because I talk about them non-stop when I do my public speaking in particular. And, I have one friend called Danielle, who's a fabulous lady. and she read over my business plan for me. You know, when I thought it was relevant. She read over my business plan when I thought it was relevant. But if it wasn't for her, she did go, have you looked at this? Have you looked at that? Because she used to write contracts for a living.
Yeah.
And then I also had my best friend, Lauren, who, with my original business, the Eco Shed, I had her get up at 5 a.m. in the morning. She lives around 45 minutes away from me in the middle of nowhere. Drive to me, pick me up and drive me to an event to trade at an event because I don't drive. So, I've had, and I'm like, shit. But then what we've done is sometimes, she's like, right, I tell you what, if I'm doing that, we're having a night out the night before. So we'll go on a night out. People just pointing that out in a nutshell. I bloody wasn't. But she's having like God knows how many drinks at God knows what time in the morning. So then drive to an event the next day. And honestly, that girl, my business would not be anywhere without that girl. Both of them in particular, but like Lauren, I just wouldn't have got any. You would not have me sat on this live today. And it's so important, like you're saying, to have them people around you.
Yeah.
So it's just one of them things. So we'll look at a couple of these. So negative things normally come from jealousy or the feeling of inadequacy. I think I can say that word. So yes, it's
a bit hard for Monday morning.
Completely right. This is Dave. Dave's saying there's loads of dream stealers out there. It's only because they couldn't do what you do. Exactly. So Becky has a lovely question for you. You're inspiring, Kirsty. Oh, she's nice for a change. Becky's normally horrible. What's your biggest tip for balancing being a mum and running your business?
Doing things when they're happy, i.e. when she's in the living room playing, like now, I'm doing this. And the calls I've got throughout the day, I've planned around when she's going to be sleeping or when I know that she'll be happy. And then also doing things when she's gone to bed at night. But then I slot in making sure I can go and be a mum so I can feed her, but not only just feeding her, I take her to the park. I can go and sit in the front room and play with her. And it's just all about time management. I'm shit at time management, by the way. Like, absolutely shit.
Let's say that with me on here. Come on now. But no,
it's something I'm learning with Trello.
Yeah. Good old
Thank
Trello. You. It's okay. But no, you're completely right. And it is them timings. And, I can only imagine. Obviously, I haven't been through it even remotely. And I can only imagine that when it comes to it, it is very like, right. Like now, for example, I know, obviously, you've got the child's happy, the child's distracted. And I planned and worked for that because they're in the other room so I could come on this for 20 minits.
Yeah.
Perfect, top notch. Then you're like, I know I've got back-to-back meetings. But what I'm going to do in between them back-to-back meetings, I'm going to stuff her with food, put her down for a nap, and then I know I've only got a set amount of time for them.
Yeah.
It's also like you're saying from a coach and mentor's point of view, you're working within your means.
Yeah.
And you can only do that. You can't say to her, sorry, can you cry in an hour? I'm busy at the minute.
No.
You can't say that.
You really can't. Yeah.
So
I had a client come to me and was saying, why didn't you answer your phone? And it was at 9 o'clock at night. Sorry, my little girl is teething. I'm trying to get her to settle and to get to sleep. Me answering my phone to a client at 9 o'clock doesn't happen. I have office hours for a reason. If I wasn't busy, I would have answered it. No problem at all. But I was sorting her out. And after 8 o'clock at night, I'm not the most sociable person. No. I'll admit that now.
Claire Marie Kelly, I don't know if you've come across her yet, but she's a mum, and she's always said in an evening, no one's got any reason to be messaging her. No. Like she in an evening, I'm out of office. You have no reason to be messaging me about what. Like general chit chat, fair enough, because she'll reply to whenever she can. But she has always said, and I've always absolutely adored that about her. She's gone, no, when work's finished, it's my time with the kids.
Yeah.
And he's like, right, okay, but honestly, I know, because I made this is how I found out. She was like, this can wait till tomorrow. It's after hours. I'm with my kids. But well within a right, I was like, absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Whereas on a Friday evening, she does say to people, because she goes to a late networking meeting, she's like, right, well, you can all talk to me a bit late on a Friday because, the kids are entertained. It's nearly, it's technically the weekend now. I could talk a bit later. So
I do 3 nights a week where I go till 8, just because that I know that if people are in the office 9 till 5 or 9 till 6 by the time they get home, and if they've got families as well, that they can't always speak to me about their social media. So I wait till later just so that I can speak to the clients as well, because I understand that they work.
But it's like Chelsea's saying, you know, all my apps get muted at weekends.
Yeah.
Completely right, Chelsea. I'm a big believer in, you know, I don't mind a WhatsApp group. You know, I have one for me and my clients. You know, it can be useful when it's utilised. And actually, obviously, you're one of my clients. You're in that WhatsApp group. I've set working hours on the WhatsApp group, haven't I? And yes. I've said to everyone, she's like, yeah. I have, and I've said to everyone, you know, please message outside of them if you need support. That's what it's there for.
Yeah.
But respect the fact that a lot of us, in particular in business, are in God knows how many WhatsApp groups. You know, I don't want anyone to mute it. So can we respect the average 9 to 5 on the WhatsApp group? But please do message afterwards if you need us. That's what the group is for.
Yeah.
But don't do it. And then, as you know, this is why I've started Kwak House on Discord. So I'm going to talk about for another day. But you've been using it, haven't you? It's not that busy at the moment. What do you think to it?
Brilliant, because you've got now I've worked out how to use it, especially on the laptop rather than on your phone. It's much easier on the laptop than the phone. You've got different areas, so you can break it into sections. So then you can't lose messages. Whereas in one big group chat, messages get lost, and you can constantly scrolling up to find the message that you want. I just screenshot now. I've mastered that art.
I know, it's great, but that's why I started a Discord. So what you're saying is it's different channels. So, you know, obviously in a random WhatsApp group, you might have the odd person that puts a picture of the fucking dog in it. And you're like, oh, no offense to anyone that does that. And you're like, ugh. But that's why I started Discord, and it's for that reason. But it's can I just point one thing out, because it is International Women's Day, and one of the women that I'm going to be talking about today has actually just jumped in the comments. So first of all, good morning, mother, is what I'm going to say. It's this is Mummy Quackers, everybody. So it's good morning, mother. International Women's Day, one of the strongest, if not the strongest, woman I know. So, you know, it's a fabulous
What are you after? That's what my mum would say if I said that to her. What are you after? How much do you want now?
All right, stop reading me. But no, it's fabulous. So, Kirsty, obviously, you're helping an array of clients at the moment with all their social media, aren't you? And like you said, lead generation and everything else in between. What would you say at the moment to anyone that is struggling with their social media?
Speak to me, because you don't necessarily need to buy my services to get the help. I offer services for free as well, and I'm affordable. Don't be put off if you spoke to somebody before that charged £300. I don't. I'd rather have a client that can pay my prices than sit there struggling. So speak to me. I can help, and I do help.
I love it. I love it. Kirsty, thank you so much for coming on the show. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kick you backstage. Don't run off straight away, and I'll talk to you a little bit backstage, all right, when we're finished. But thank you so much. Have a lovely day. Once again, happy International Women's Day. And you've been a fabulous guest. You did grand. Why was you nervous?
I don't know. I'm not now.
Oh, good. Good. Right, I'll talk to you in a minute, love. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Oh, I love that girl. She's so lovely. Honestly. And do you know what? I know all of us work hard. I work hard, but she works exceptionally hard. Especially balancing a child at well. So you have been watching Kwak TV, because why watch Kwak TV when you can watch Kwak TV? And tomorrow's guest is the one and only Sam Pearce, talking about the power of self-publishing. So everyone has a story within them. So make sure you tune in tomorrow at 9:30 with me, Sam Pearce, on Kwak TV, because why watch Kwak TV where you can watch Kwak TV. Keep an eye out on my LinkedIn today and in my Facebook group, The Duck Pond, where I'm giving a shout out to them special women in my life. And I'm saying a little bit of how all of them have impacted me. On that note, have a fabulous day. Have a fabulous week. It is Monday. It's the 8th of March. And as my nana says, if you can't be good, be careful. If you can't be careful, don't get caught.